Super Saturday, a couple minutes behind, but it's family time. So I want to welcome everyone. We're going to throw up some slides here in a second. But first, I want to tell you a little story and welcome everyone. Super Saturday, welcome to Root. We're a little bit unique, a little bit different. And I think this world needs that around this time. A little over a year ago, a philosophy and a concept was born to bring a different way of looking at health and happiness to the world and a different approach to making it available. And February 2nd of 2020, Root was born, or we could say Root was conceived. And through that time, the expectations changed a little bit, because who knew a couple months later the world was going to change a little bit. And through this entire process, we've had the opportunity to learn a lot about ourselves, to learn a lot about life, how to manage stress, what we really value in ourselves, in our community, in our friends, in our family. And a lot of us have had an opportunity to spend some time with Inflection in private. And through the last year, we've learned a lot, about the importance of health, the impacts of stress, whether it's environmental stress, whether it's physical stress, whether it's spiritual stress or emotional stress, and how many of these stressors can affect our bodies and what we fear, but more importantly, how to manage them. And it's really interesting that many, many years ago, I think it was around 1850, that Voltaire had made the comment that there is nothing stronger than an idea whose time has come. And as I sit here in front of you, sharing some time with an orange face, and you'll see why, we're at a point where this idea has come to time to introduce some really, really cool things. Can we pull up the slides? So we'll see if we can share the screen with you here. So, as I mentioned, Root began, I can't see it. Can you share it? There we go. Can you make it full screen? There we go. So welcome. You get to see the cool one here in a minute. We go to the next one. So our philosophy was built around nature really being able to change everything. And if you can use the best of nature, you can create the best opportunity in us to do some amazing things. We're founded on 4 really core principles. The importance of education, right? And I talk a lot about rethinking, because we've been taught many, many things about health, about happiness, about the term wellness, about detoxification, about money, finances, how to make money, how companies use money. And it's important that we rethink, as we've learned over the last year, what's important. Maybe there's different ways of applying what's been around. The importance of being authentic and having authenticity. Because if you're different and you're unique or you're special, which we all are, be that, right? There's not a lot of great things that have come from compliance. Third is the simplicity, right? And this is so crucial. Not just simplicity in concept, right? Of making things really simple, like a logo and a brand, but taking really complex theories, complex thoughts, a a complex process, and to be able to simplify it into products that can create amazing outcomes, and being able to make education of really complex subjects simple. And the last thing is the integrity of trying to function with integrity, working with integrity, and maintaining the integrity of a company, of a thought process, theories, and products, making sure that they have the greatest efficacy. Go ahead. So with that, next one. Get through the slides. We have the products. So first we had clean slate, and we know the foundation, if we look at health and life being really simple, the foundation is to remove what causes the problems. Got to get the bad stuff out. And what makes clean slate really, really special is the process of using the best of nature, nature's most effective natural crystal, but processing it in a way that opens up its natural capability in a manner that has never been done before, unleashing nature's most effective source of bioavailable silica, known as orthosilicic acid, derived from nature's most amazing crystal, clinoptilolate, nature's greatest detoxifier, unleashing all of the capabilities of this amazing crystal, but doing it in a manner that's never been done before. And honestly, in a way that is greater than we had ever predicted. And if you're here for the first time, your foundation starts here. If you're one of the family, you're part of the Root community, you already know what kind of an impact this has. Go ahead, Brady. The second was Zero N. And you hear the conversations about the importance of the gut-brain connection. It's a major topic of research all over the world today. The microbiome of the gut, the importance of how your brain is affected by your gut, that your gut is your second brain. Well, they're directly connected. Zero N is very, very special in its process to take a little capsule of golden greatness and feed your gut the ability to produce more dopamine, more serotonin on demand, and to feel amazing however you want to use our greatest neurotransmitters. And if you haven't tried it yet, it is a must. It is a staple in my life. It gives me balance, the ability to have a calm, relaxed feeling with amazing mental focus and clarity throughout the day. But when you're ready to relax or go enjoy yourself, if you want to go out with friends, if you want to work out, if you're an athlete and you're going to compete, you will be at your peak performance. But then when it's time to rest, it's time to sleep, you might have the best sleep of your life. Your dreams might be absolutely amazing. You have that really strategic blend of amazing ingredients that give you that improved focus, energy, clarity, supports the ability to lose weight and move on. But now, after a year, the time has come to say, turn some of the reins over and bring in the brains. Because 6 years ago, an introduction was made by Mr. John Sally. I have to give him credit that he put me on the phone with the most amazing woman I've ever met in my life. And the second time in my life where God actually tapped me on the shoulder and said, that is who you're supposed to serve. That is who you're supposed to work with. And I will tell you, I'm not good at listening all the time. But as you are going to see, and as you've seen in front of me, the brain of this amazing woman is like no other. But what's even greater than her brain is her heart. And we had a plan a couple years ago to create an opportunity for her to create and bring to fruition what was in her head. The ability to detoxify the body, the ability to regenerate what the brain could do in the gut, but then the importance of restoring the process. And I'm insanely excited today to announce that Dr. Christina Rahm is taking over as CEO of Root. So now your leadership has the greatest mind in healthcare and probably the greatest heart you're ever going to find as the key leader here with us. So as she's going to make some introductions for you, I would like to introduce my best friend, my wife, and our key chief executive and scientific officer. Come hang out. I'm going to turn it over for you. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Christina Rahm.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the people that are on this call and that will share this call with others. I appreciate it more than you even know. And I feel honored to be here today. And actually, I don't think my gift in life is being a CEO or being a chief science officer. I believe my gift in life is helping and loving others, although I fail miserably at that many times. My biggest love, I can't hide this, is the love of God. And then my family, my children, Clayton, my parents, siblings, and my friends. And many of you guys are my friends. And so I want to say thank you so much for being in my life. It's actually hard for me to do talks. Any of you guys those of you that know me know this without crying, because when I share my heart, it 100% comes from my heart. And Clayton asked me today and the team at Root, which you guys are going to meet them, not today, but you might meet some of them today, but through the process, you are going to meet more and more people because our corporate team has grown. But they asked me to start today and share with you a little bit about my life. For those of you that don't know me, I am a mother of 4. I have children 25 years old to 15. Duquesne, Preston, Crider, and Merritt, and they are the love of my life. And they are the reason that I do what I do. And so for me, this world is a little bit hard for me because throughout my life, I've had cancer since I was younger, and I fought that, and I don't even really talk about it a lot with my kids, although my kids do know. But through my life, I have looked for solutions to healthcare issues. And a lot of that comes from the fact that I love them. I love my parents. I love those people in my life that I want to help. And I was in the biotech and pharma industry for years, working for companies anywhere from Pfizer, Biogen Idec, Alexion, Bristol Myers Squibb on HIV and viruses, UCB, a lot of different companies. I've done everything from sales to marketing positions, but most of my positions have been medical and clinical science. And I have an education that has to do with a master's of science, and then multiple doctorate degrees that have to do with anything from psychology to strategic science, and then postdoc, which are nanobiotechnology and bioscience. Why did I do that? I did that because I wanted to continue to understand how I could create, either in the world of biotech and pharma or nutraceuticals, where I could help people. It mattered to me because life matters to me, because at a young age, when I was sick, I experienced everything from Lyme disease to cancer, and had children with cancer, a child with cancer, and miscarried and lost children. And it's something that I don't talk about day to day, but that of course I've lived with. So there's been extreme amounts of pain. And like most of you, we've all had pain. We've all had loss. We've all had pain in our hearts or in our lives. And I wanted to be able to work on things that I could help people, because I figured if I had a short amount of time to be here, why wouldn't I use it in a positive way to do good things? I had such a great career when it came to biotech and pharma, because I got to work with these amazing companies, and we were able to produce anything from human monoclonal antibodies to help with diseases, to different things. I worked on worked with the group at Pfizer that had things like Viagra. I mean, I was on different teams and we did different things, and it was amazing experience. But I also, as I progressed in my career and in my education, I was able to see that there were some things that were missing. I really was a person that wanted the nutraceutical supplement world to be brought into the pharmaceutical world, because I believe there's a place for pharmaceuticals, but I believe that if you can keep your body well and healthy and do anti-aging and detoxification, then you can achieve amazing things in your life. And yes, even I think if you take care of your body, you're able to live longer and have a better quality of life. It was a hard transition for me though, because even though I have worked on different forms of formulations and nutraceuticals going back 20 years, I never had on my own launched things. And I had always been protected by big corporations. So when I finally came out and did my own patents and did my own trade secrets and formulas, I was attacked in a lot of different ways, and usually from big industry or competitors that wanted me to stop. And I think if it wasn't for my family and my friends, I have amazing parents, I have amazing kids, amazing friends that support me in my life, not just in Nashville, Tennessee, but all over the world. If I didn't have that, and if I didn't have people like you all, I probably would have quit. Again, my kids don't know this, but there were many days I would lay in bed and cry. I went through a couple of divorces. I felt like I failed at relationships. And a lot of that, I think, was because I threw my entire life into trying to work on formulas, biotech, pharma, nutraceutical, where I could help people. So to have to experience that, it was really hard, but that's led me here. And so I think it's like anything in life. One of our executives, you guys will meet at some other point, his name is Ted Baker. We were in a room, and Braden Dow is another person that you guys are going to meet that's over marketing. We were talking about what led me here and the things that happened and how it was all for a good reason. So sometimes the painful things you go through in life lead you to the greatest things you have in life. So as a scientist, when I work on formulas, I will fail repetitively, just like I have in my own life. And you just have to keep trying as a scientist. So about 6 years ago, I had worked on some formulas that had to do with curcumin, turmeric curcumin, resveratrol, as well as different oils, seeds, powders, plants, and minerals that I wanted to get out there. That led me to meeting Clayton through different people I knew in the NBA and the NFL world who wanted me to meet him so that we could work on a project that had to do with detoxification. So actually the products that are here at Root are a lifelong work for me of working in lots of different industries, because what people don't understand is the key ingredients in a lot of nutraceuticals are also used as ingredients in pharmaceuticals. The difference is there's a lot more synthetics and a lot more delivery systems, but because I went back to Harvard for 3 years in nanobiotechnology and also went to Cornell in nutrition and pharmacology, I was able to really focus on how could I make that transition in the right way from pharmaceutical to nutraceutical and keep delivering on products. So I took things I'd worked on over 10 years ago, even longer, and now I've made them even better through the studies that I've done. And now it's time for us to share it with the world. I could not have anticipated that COVID-19 would happen. However, I've traveled to over 80 countries. I've worked in China. I've worked all over the world. So I did understand that there were viruses. Working for Bristol Myers Squibb, I understood that scientists work on antivirals. And I knew that you create sometimes viruses that will go in that actually are there to put a protein and different things around a cell. So you do this like a vaccine, right? so that will protect the body against other viruses. So I understood that whole world, and I did know at some point things would go back to kind of what we had to experience with smallpox. So I was always anticipating, what can we do for people so that we can actually bring it back to the body being as healthy as it can be. And that was my goal. So with that goal, what I have been able to bring to you is a product that's called Restore. Yes, I did work on Clean Slate, and yes, I did work on Zero In because part of my education was in psychology. I've had a lot of work on neurotransmissions and different ways to deliver that. And so that's why I was able to work on the Zero In to help the brain zero in. And as far as detoxification, speaking from someone who's had Lyme disease and cancer, it's really important to me that you're able to detoxify the body. Because I say this all the time, if you can't clean out the body, if you can't take the trash out, how can you be healthy? You can take every anti-aging product that there is on the market. You guys, I'm going to stop really quick because I can't see what Clayton's right in front of me, and I'm trying to figure out if I'm what's happening. Is everything good? Okay, because I can't.
We're just trying to add an interpreter. But go ahead.
Okay, sorry. I had to interrupt. Since we're a community, I have to be myself and tell you guys what's going on. Okay. So we're going to talk about Restore. I'm going to get into the information of why I make Restore, but really, again, this was a product I had worked on years ago. I even went to a company that I tried to bring this product to, but they already had some similar products that I worked on, but I had this years ago. But then through COVID, I actually took almost a year off where I worked on patents and formulas, went back and worked in the lab, met with lots of manufacturing plants, and was able to create something using my background. I wanted one thing, that if people were sick or if their body was under attack from bacteria, viruses, parasites, and fungus, and autoimmune disorders and illnesses, I needed one pack they could take. And yes, selfishly, I needed it for me. I needed it for my children and my family and friends. And so for me, this was really important. I still remember when the United States went on alert with COVID. And I wanted this product out there, but it's taken us a long time to get it to you guys. And I know that we're going to continue to have things happen. And I never claim to cure anything. I never claim that the products I make will solve all of your life's issues. It won't solve your marriage problems or your family problems, but here's what they do. They support your life so you can think the best, feel the best, be the best you can be. And that's what I am bringing to you guys with Restore, the ability to take something on a daily basis that helps you from the inside out, that you can also use on your skin, but something that is able to really give you the support that your body needs as it's under attack in daily life. So I think Braden's going to show you guys a video that has to do with Restore, and then I'm going to go into the key ingredients and how I made it. And I actually am going to do a lesson on formulas today. Dr. Dory and I talked about this the other day. We want to teach people about how to make formulas. So I'm going to give you guys a little lesson on how I made Restore, if that's okay with you. And you guys that are mothers out there, daughters, people that love creating, drawing, you'll see how much I enjoyed working on this product. And hopefully you can share the beautiful news of this product with so many others, because I feel like it's mothers like us that are doing this to help so many people. So Braden, are we able to show it? Awesome.
The best fruits, vegetables, and seeds come together to create a unique product. Restore. We've chosen and extracted the best ingredients. Organic evaporated peaches, turmeric, apple cider vinegar, Stanton gum, pumpkin fruit, resveratrol, aloe vera gel, food guard, citrus extract, raspberry detox, black cumin seed oil, and citric acid. The combination of these ingredients develop to unleash the power in your mind and body. This makes you well prepared to combat toxins and protect your body against harmful elements. Restore's established ingredients also provide antioxidants and essential amino acids that you need to perfect so. With Restore, trying to lose weight or you simply want to give your body more energy and live a healthier, more active life. Restore has everything you need to function at your best every day. All the best in nature to restore your energy.
Awesome. Okay, so just so you guys know, that formula looks like it's easy to make. It took a little bit more time than that, but it was a lot of fun to make. And I want to give a special thank you on that video to Danny and Dino and Braden and all the work they did on that video, and not just that video, but everything over the last year and all the work that's gone into this company, because Clayton carried a lot of that load on his shoulders, but other people carried that too. And I want to say a special thank you for all the work you guys have done that are watching this, and for the people that have worked on all the marketing that have made it such an amazing success. Because I can create stuff, you guys. I know how to do that, and I actually love doing it. I can write research articles. I can do clinical science. I can do all of that, but I'm not a sales and marketing person. In fact, when the team came to me, we had Ted Baker, John McClain, Klein Preston, Tiffany Preston, Clayton, Braden, all of the group we were talking about, and the science board with Dory and Tina and Dr. K and Zhuzha and everyone. When they all came and we discussed me being the CEO, candidly, I'm just going to let you guys know, I said, I don't think that's the right place for me. And I'm a woman, I'm a female. I made a lot of excuses, and they said, no, Christina, this is exactly the place for you. And I said, well, the only way I can do it is if this team works together, if we have true good intentions every day of our life, and if we try to stick together and do the right things. Because in life, you're attacked, right? So I want to talk about that for a second. You guys heard my personal story, and I look forward to hearing your personal story. Because as a person that initially had a science background as a psychologist, I care about you all, and I care about your lives. I'm not in this unless you guys are in this. I could never be a CEO of a Bitcoin company or anything else, but working in a company that has to do with health and wellness, I can do it if it will help mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, families, and friends to really get the word out about how we can support our bodies and help people everywhere, because that's what's important. It cannot be about me. It has to be about us. The minute you guys make it about me, then it's not the right mission. This mission has to be a global mission on wellness. If you do not have your health, if you're not well in your brain, in your heart, in your stomach, you can't take care of your children. You can't take care of your families and your friends. You can't go to work. You can't live life. I love the way this company is because it helps people make money, but I love it even more because the mission is global wellness. So with Restore, I really needed the ability, or we needed as a company, the ability to get something in people's hands. So when you're being attacked by things in your daily life, whether it is a company that's being mean to you, friends you're not getting along with, family members you're arguing with, being attacked by a company you used to work with or someone you're working with currently, or autoimmune disorders, viruses, bacteria, parasites, heavy metals, and fungus, disease. What do you do when all of that's happening? Because you guys know this. Sometimes all of that happens in your life. Sometimes we have days where we want to lay in bed, like I said earlier, and not get out of bed. We need something that can support everything on a daily basis. And sometimes I get tired of just taking a million vitamins and supplements. So Restore is a product that helps you really support the body, and not just with the immune system, but I wanted something that could support from the literature that I had read and the research I had done and the education I had. I wanted a formula that could go into the body and be bioavailable throughout the day and really help people fight all those bad things and not even feel like they're fighting. I wanted something that they could take, that it would energize their life and their bodies and their cells and their whole being while they were fighting this, because there's not a day that goes by from the time you're born that you're not fighting things. Do you guys know that we know now that it's not just 40% of the heavy metals that are passed to the baby? In fact, newborns will sometimes retain 70% of the neurotoxins which go to the brain. That's a problem in the world today when you have viruses that are happening and then you have vaccines that do have heavy metals. And I'm not against vaccines. And I always say that, I always say, stop. I'm not against vaccines. I've worked on them. I know they help people, but there's things within the vaccines that can actually harm people if they stay in the body. So it's really great if you can give people a formula that can help their body get rid of the heavy metals while they're taking a vaccine or not taking a vaccine, because those are in your body every day, and can help the body get rid of those and flush those out in its natural ability. You know, I wanted something, that's why Clean Slate's here, that can really help the body do it naturally and really keep doing it systemically throughout the day. That was important to me. And again, I wanted something that was not a pharmaceutical. I didn't want to make claims about it. I wanted to get it out to the world so that people could really help their lives day to day. But then at the same time, when that happens, you've got to supplement that cell. Look, as someone that's over 50, I really don't want to talk about my age today. I wanted something that could also help with anti-aging. So when I went into the lab, I leaned on what I'd worked on, like I said, over 10 years ago, which were certain things that you find in natural ingredients. I want to show you guys a lot of articles that talk about antiviral, antibacterial, et cetera, around all the key ingredients that we used in this product. But there's so much information. Like, I'll give you an example. With the, not the red raspberry, with the curcumin, there's over 20,000 articles. With aloe vera, there is, I think, 25,000 articles that talk about antiviral and antibacterial. And those are two of the key ingredients that we put into the product. Now, if you guys said, well, we can go buy a pill that we have that in there, here's my answer. You can, but you need to understand whatever formula you're taking, what concentrations are in that formula, how is it made, what part of the turmeric curcumin is being used. So for example, we use the root. We use the root of a lot of things because that's where a lot of your key ingredients are. And you need to know that it was manufactured and produced in a way that really works throughout the body. It's very important because you have to source the products. And not only do you have to source the products, you have to make the product in a way that people can take it and that can really help throughout the different areas of the body. You know, people talk all the time about the three brains. There's the brain here, there's your heart, and there's your stomach. And they're all connected. So I also needed something that I could have different ingredients that we knew attacked each of those areas, because you guys probably know this, but if you don't, I'm going to let you know. When you have GI issues, it affects your heart and it affects your brain. When you have issues in the brain, because there's neurotransmitters throughout the body and in the GI, you're affecting the heart and the stomach. They're all connected. Energetically, you guys, we are all connected, and in our bodies, everything's connected. Your body, and I've said this for a long time, it's a house, and you take it with you wherever you go. It's beautiful. So make it the best it can be. Restore is something that when you detox, you're able to take a formula that helps the body really restore to where it should be. And you know what? We're living in an age where it's even hard for us to determine where we should be, because there's so many things going on. There's so many viruses and bacteria. You guys listen, anytime there's a virus, bacteria grows, it proliferates. Fungus proliferates. They all work together. So the problem is When one thing happens, it creates a cascade of events throughout the body, and the city inside your body that's in there talking, working, living, all those cells that are alive. And you guys need to know this. You need to think every morning, inside my body, there's a city and it's talking and it's living and it's alive. And how do I make that city the best it can be? How can I be the mayor of the city and make this city be the most productive city, the most famous, beautiful city in the world? And that's by restoring the body. I worked with lots of companies before, and they would always change my ingredients. And it was amazing to be able to be here. And I appreciate, and I'm humbled by the opportunity to have a product that the manufacturer didn't try to change what I did. The company didn't change it. They used as strong of the ingredients as I wanted and needed for it to really impact the body. And again, I wish you guys could see my heart, because it's not just about me. It's about everyone out there. And if somehow we can help people support their lives so they can be the best they can be, we don't just help them. We help their family, we help their society, we help their world be the best it can be. We can increase economies, we can increase the environment and bring positive energy into the world. So when we can, I want to put a slide up so that you guys can see the key ingredients that I used. Brayden, can we put the Restore so that you guys can know what I put in Restore? And then I am going to go over the different NIH articles that I want to highlight today as to why I actually use the ingredients I used and the amount of the ingredients that I used. I also posted them on Dr. Christina Rahm, the public page on Facebook, and I know that Brayden and the team will be posting those later as well. But again, the reason for that was that I want to share with you guys the knowledge so that you can go out there and share the knowledge to help other people, but not just share the knowledge to help other people, but to help your brand and what you guys do as you go out in the world of wellness and healthcare and this particular model. So we are getting ready to show you guys what is in Restore. And the reason I wanted this on the screen, just so you guys know, is because I wanted to be able to go over the key ingredients. I actually was going to start a little bit different, but I'll go ahead and jump in to how they have it on the screen. I can't actually see the top of it.
Here.
We're having a little issue with technology, I think, today. We don't have Danny here. If she were here, we'd be able to manage that, but we will get there, you guys. So I actually, I'm going to go against what I just said. I'm going to jump around a lot on the ingredients because I want to tell you how I made the formula. I really did start with wanting the turmeric curcumin in this ingredient, and I wanted the root, and I wanted to be able to really make it in such a way that people would really notice. I have an article here that I love that I really want you guys to read, and again, we will post it afterwards, but it's about the golden curcumin and what it actually does. Although now I feel like I'm missing that one. I'll just have to talk to it if I left it to the other room. Oh no, here it is. It's called Anti-Infection Properties of the Golden Spice Curcumin. And why does that matter to me? You know, I like to show things that have to do with microbiology. I like to talk about things that have to do with NIH and PubMed, and not just regular NIH articles, but things that are really great. This particular article is very interesting because it goes over the antiviral, anti-infection, antibacterial effects of this particular component. Not only is this known through lots of different research to impact anti-inflammation, and let me explain that. When you say to me, what do you mean it's anti-inflammatory? Why does that matter? You guys probably know that inflammation is something that causes things like rheumatoid arthritis, that causes things like psoriasis. But what you may not know is inflammation actually is a main culprit in almost everything you guys are doing that cause negative effects in the body. inflammation can be good at first because it can help the body kick into gear and to really get rid of something. But the problem is, as you have that longer and longer, the body is worn out. It's kind of like a car that's gone 100,000 miles. After 100,000 miles, that car doesn't usually work as well. And that's why it's really important to be able to put something into the body that can really refresh it and make it almost new. And I think that's what was so important to me, that I would be able to put this into a formula using different types of nano-emulsion and using different formats of making the product, because with this product, you're using everything from polarization to different types of mechanisms that really cause that product to go into the body and be more bioavailable, which is why we have it in the packet, because it's made in a format, in a liquid that's easy for the body to use and easy for the body to metabolize so that it can help you even more. So you'll notice this, and I really wanted to bring that up first. I thought it was first on the slide, but it wasn't. I wanted to bring that up first because of the fact that it is orange, and you guys may have seen one of my posts that I did where I put it on my face. The reason I did this is because this formula, and starting with the turmeric curcumin root and what it does, it is able to stop the different inflammation, or assist the body, in stopping it. And again, I have to say this because I'm a scientist and I'm used to saying this my entire career. We're not claiming this gets rid of anything, but we do know that the research is showing that when you use a particular ingredient like this, of 500 to 2,000 milligrams a day, you're able to really impact the human body. I didn't stop with just using this and formulating a proprietary type of turmeric curcumin. I also was able to put into there a lot of other things I've worked on in the past. One of those things is like cumin seed oil. I've worked on that in various components, but I wanted to manufacture that in a way and produce that in a way in this formula so that it could go into the body or even on the skin and help. You know, there's a lot of different articles right now, even during the age of COVID, where they came out and said that this was a natural remedy. And I wouldn't call it a remedy. And I'm not saying that Restore is a remedy to any kind of virus, but I do know that when I did the ingredients in here, that I particularly looked at finding things that could help, that were antiviral and also helped with inflammation. And those two key ingredients in this product are really able to kick the body into high gear and support the body in its daily mission so that you can help with supplementing the body, help with anti-aging, help the body be the best it can be as it goes through the day. Also used aloe vera, and used a form of aloe vera in this product where we use a leaf, and then we were able to take the different components out of this so that you could use it within your body. And again, I was looking for key things that are known through thousands and tens of thousands of articles to help with antiviral, antibacterial, and cardiovascular issues. That was another key component to me. And that's why I really did use a lot of the ketones. It's probably your first product that you see when you look at the label. I can't remember how they ended up doing the label, but that probably is your first one that you see when you look at your box. Let me say to make sure that's what it is. Yeah, basically it's the ketones, 250 milligrams on your supplement fact sheet. That was important. I have a very dear friend that's a lawyer, Klein Preston, and his wife is an amazing person that works with us, Tiffany. And I wanted something that as he traveled, he would be able to support his heart and the different things that he deals with, and my father and my heart. So another thing people don't know about me is I've suffered from, or I had suffered from, high blood pressure because my family does. We have lots of cardiovascular issues in our family. And I wanted something that I knew could support the body, and it had different things and different research that showed that it helped with Alzheimer's and Parkinson's and cardiovascular. And so I really did lean on the ketones and the turmeric curcumin and the black cumin seed. Also, I was able to create a formula of apple cider vinegar that I was able to put into here that could really support the body when it comes to things like helping the GI. You know, apple cider vinegar is kind of a natural probiotic, prebiotic. And I've had a lot of people ask me, is this a prebiotic, probiotic? I didn't make it to be that, no, but it is something that naturally helps the GI and the heart and the entire body by supporting it so that it is metabolizing things effectively. And so the pH and everything in the body are balanced. That's very important. You know, it's like walking into a room and there's a loud speaker going of static. If your body is not balanced out, that's what happens. And, you know, when doctors go to medical school and scientists like me go to school, you don't study a lot about nutraceuticals or formulations. You have to learn a lot of that on your own, or you have to do what I did and do a lot of extra classes, going into programs that really teach you about how to do formulas and teach you how to make the formulas so that they work more effectively in the body. And when you use certain things like apple cider vinegar with turmeric, as well as with black cumin seed and aloe vera, you do have to be careful how you're formulating it. And that's why you don't have a lot of formulas that are made in the format that this one is, using different heating and cooling methods and using different types of temperature as well as different energy levels while you're making the formulas can help you create something that is sustainable and can be used throughout the body. And that's what we were able to do with this particular formula. So the articles that I put on my site and that we're going to put have a lot to do with infection. They have a lot also to do with cardio, metabolic. And let me stop there. This formula, I wanted to support the metabolic nature of the body. And again, that goes back to, is your body metabolizing things? Is it working right? Is it doing things right? And it's very simple to me. It goes back to very simple, like a car. If the car doesn't have the oil done, if it doesn't have gas, if the battery isn't working, it simply doesn't work. So you've got to give the body the components it needs so that it works more effectively. All this research now that shows that people can live to be 130 years old. Who wants to live to be 130 years old if they live to be that old and they're not healthy and happy? And so one of the goals of this product was to really give these different components to people so they could hopefully support their bodies in becoming the best body that it can be. If you can be the best body you can be, then you're able to help a lot of people. And my hope is that in a era and in a year, over a year of life where we've all had to go through extreme changes, and where I'm sure you guys have gotten extremely angry and hurt and worried. You know, I'm sure you have kids asking you, what's going to happen, mom and dad? Even parents asking you, you know, what do I do? Well, there's not a lot of answers. And it's hard because knowing that we're attacked by heavy metals and viruses and bacteria, I don't like going into a situation and not having a solution. And so the solution with Restore was actually very expensive, very, very expensive to make. But we wanted to be able to offer it to people so that we could really help them substantially throughout their lives while they're going through these different things, because who knows how long it's going to last. And I'm not just talking about the virus, I'm talking about the stress around it. I've been very careful with the entire team and at Root to say we're never going to claim to do anything. We're never going to say we cure COVID. We're never going to say that we're combating this, but what we are going to do is produce products that we know people can take on a daily basis that's really going to support their lives while they're fighting it. So I did choose things that have the antiviral properties that you guys are able to take so that you know when you go out into the world, whether you're wearing a mask or not, that you're going out into this world and inside your cells inside your body. I wanted you to understand that you have extra armor so that they can fight even harder. And that's why Restore was such an important factor. And that's why, even though I wish it could have been launched a lot sooner, you know, it took over a year again of me doing patents and getting patent pending for all of these formulas. You know, we've got 3 around Restore so that we could be able to use it and launch it and have something that can be used not just during this time, but for generations. I've got to show you guys this. This is the aloe vera article I proved because I used some of the methods that are in here, and it talks about that it's a natural anti-flu drug. I wanted you guys to see that. I do want to remember to tell you guys as far as the vinegar. I'm sure you guys know this. I'm sure I don't need to tell you this, but it's extremely helpful for things like diabetes and metabolism when you use vinegar. There's tons of research that shows how it helps with obesity. Of course, there's tons of research around the ketones that show the obesity effect, how it helps with obesity as well, and turmeric curcumin. So I thought about for a while launching this as a weight loss product, but I understood it did much more than weight loss, that it's also, and I also thought about doing it as an anti-aging formula, but I also understood that it did a lot more than anti-aging. And knowing that I just wanted something that we launched as an overall support, that's why we gave it the name Restore. Let me see if there's anything else I want to go over with you guys. Oh, I left out resveratrol.
Oh,
So I don't want to forget, you guys go to my page, or Braden will put this on the right page about black cumin seed and COVID-19 prevention. I think that's an article that you guys would really enjoy. And then resveratrol, there's tens of thousands, 20 of thousands of articles, 30,000, I think, on resveratrol, and about growth and how it helps with anti-aging, how it helps with obesity, how it helps with diabetes and cardiovascular, and just the whole process. There's even articles that talk about multiple sclerosis and psoriasis and lots of autoimmune disorders. And again, we cannot claim to cure that. We can't claim that this product does that, but I wanted that key ingredient in there that I knew you guys could use. And I worked on a product years ago in China that had resveratrol, and the way that they made that product I really loved. So I was able to change that and to add some of my nanotechnology background and put that into this formula as well. And the wonderful manufacturing companies that were used were able to really facilitate that so that you guys have an amazing product in front of you that can really help in your day-to-day life. So while I'm not going to claim to cure anything, I am going to claim that this product was made for you and to help you and for your children and to support your lives. And hopefully when times are tough, this will give you what you need to fight those hard things, whether it's personal, professional, or in your health and wellness. And then when times are good, hopefully this will make it even better. So that about sums it up about what I wanted to talk about. I wanted again to say thank you to you all. I got to see Stephanie and Henrik when they came into town. I've gotten to work a lot with Danny and Dino and Dory and a lot of you guys out there. And I'm meeting so many fantastic people. We have people in town too that are here, but I can't wait to meet each one of you. So as the doors open up with COVID, I look forward to those continued conversations, and hopefully I can get you guys on Zoom calls one-on-one and have discussions. We have an amazing science panel that we will be launching that we're working with. We contracted with another society, and I actually am involved in that society, but the panel on that society, they're amazing. So we have all kinds of research that we're doing right now. For me, it's not enough to just make products. I want to do the research. So we're partnering not just with scientists and people, but with countries to get this research done. And again, I just want to thank all of you for everything. And a special thank you to Clayton, because without him, I wouldn't be here. Truly would not be here. I do not have the tenacity he has in certain areas. We're obviously very different.
obviously, look at you. I'm nowhere near that great.
And that's great too. I'm pretty conservative. I'm a rule follower. Clayton's kind of out of the box. And I think together, the two of us really work together. He's even got the Orange Restore. And I have to say this as a last point, unless he wants me to keep talking. I don't know what he wants me to
You
do.
can do whatever you want. You're the boss.
The Restore on my face, I've had lots of skin cancer. I've had a prolactinoma brain tumor, syringomyelia, spine cancer, Lyme disease, basal cell squamous cell melanoma, and I've actually been dealing with stuff recently. And I'm going to tell you guys this. So, we're all going to die. We all get sick, but what you want are products that support you when you go through that, so you can get rid of all that stuff. And using this on my face I've only been able to use it for a couple of days, and it's helped me significantly. So I'm hopeful. This is not a skincare product, but I was able to use it at night, and And it's funny, one of my best friends, Mimi Pullman, was telling me that she put it on her face last night and the dog kept licking it off her face because it was so good. But anyway, it made a huge difference to my face. I just put a thin thing on, what do you call it? Film coat on my face. And it actually was sticky at first and then it stopped being sticky, but it is orange. So if you guys leave it on, just so you know, expect that. Wash your hands and make sure you get it off. So Clay's got it on right now. So I think he wanted to show you guys what it looked like.
Well, we can't cure diseases, but we can cure ugliness. Look at this. So yeah, but here's a question. Would you lick my face?
Oh my gosh. There we go to inappropriate. And that's when I exit.
So we got to do a couple things. I think we're going to pick a couple names here. Roden, if you want to go through the participants and just pick like 3 names, we're going to give away some Restore as we get in here. You're amazing. You're glowing. You know that.
What?
I love you. See,
I love you too.
isn't it great? See, this is like our own little talk show now.
Yeah, well,
On
it's
the
not.
couch.
We're on it.
So we're going to pick a couple names. And if your name is drawn, free box of Restore, which is live on your Root website for order, special pricing, which we'll go over here momentarily.
I wish I could see Braden over there.
Yeah.
Preston over. My son Preston's actually over here filming this
We're
too.
picking some names. Lubinor Bauer,
Yay!
Restore for you. Where's the fireworks? Where we need the
We need the
paparazzi?
fireworks. What? Yeah.
Anna Carl,
Yay!
Restore for you. You get Restore. You get Restore. And who's the third one? Wait for it.
I can't say your names. You all.
Mustos Chaban. You get Restored. There you go. We got 3 of them so far. So as I put in one of the groups, are you not entertained? Now, let me ask a question real quick. Have you ever seen another company with a CEO like this?
Oh my goodness. No. No.
No, see, even she says no.
Well, because there's only one of everyone. That's why I said that.
And there's only one of you,
There's only
the
one of each of
world.
us. That's why each one of you guys are so important.
and we're so special. So we got to a couple things to go. Or actually, should we poll a couple people right now? Because you talked about Restore.
Well, I want Braden to come say hi. What?
No, right? Brandon.
And Preston, they have to come at least say hi.
Well,
I'm not happy that there's other, they told me I was supposed to focus on what I'm doing, but I have to bring in other people because that will make me happier. Braden,
All right.
can you guys met Danny and Dino? They're just not on this one. But here is Braden.
Hello, everybody. It's good to meet you.
It is hard to work with him every day, but we manage. No, I'm teasing. He's amazing, and he has a beautiful wife named Nancy, and they're getting ready to have a baby, their first baby. And what's her name gonna be?
Holland Christian Dahl. So for all you Danish and Northeasterns, I'll throw back to Holland.
Yes, and she's gonna be beautiful, and we're so excited. And he has absolutely been an amazing pleasure to work with. And Preston, come here. I'm gonna make my son come over and say hi.
Come here, bud. Come in here.
Come on.
the one who wants the media background is ashamed of being on camera. Maybe it's just next to me.
This is my
Me
second
next to
son,
Mom.
Preston. He's 22, and he's an amazing, amazing son. His heart is a heart of gold.
Yeah, and I'm sliding in, so I'm about to do a quick shout out. We're gonna have a couple of podcasts running, so you can see these 2 beautiful faces a little more, and this beautiful face. I mean, I'm not that beautiful compared to one of these at least, but yeah, I'm gonna do some of that content side and give you a little sneak peek into the individuality of these 2 beautiful souls, and hopefully you enjoy it, because I do sometimes, but you gotta come through the thick and thin, But try that Restore. Congratulations to the 3 winners. There might be another winning situation if you go and follow the podcast in the future, but we'll see. Coming to you soon.
Thank you, Preston. Yes, that's the beauty of having an amazing son. So I'm very thankful. I wanted Tiffany Preston
Well,
to come out here.
We have
She's
to
right
give
here.
it, we
Come
have to
here,
give it.
Tiffany.
Well, should we
Yes.
pull Kathy and
You're coming out right now.
Kathy
I
Jo
know
to call
we're getting it, but I
Peter.
want you guys to meet the corporate team because I think it's important. So Tiffany, I have worked with her husband for years.
Did Tiffany
And
get the memo of what she should wear?
yes,
today?
we planned this. We planned yellow because we're restoring our lives into sunshine. He wants you to sit by him.
Oh, of course I do.
She has a bright, spunky, amazing spirit, and she's on our team. This is Tiffany Preston. She's got 3 sons. I'm going to let her speak for a little bit, and she's got an honorary husband.
Which is what you need from legal counsel.
Well, hey, yes, I'm Tiffany, and I'm blessed to be a part of this awesome team here.
Talk about Restore too.
Oh, wow.
She wasn't prepared for
I was
this.
not prepared for this, but anyway, yes, I have tried the Restore a little bit, and it tastes very good. I enjoy how it makes me feel. I put it on my face this morning for a little while. Anyway, I think it's going to be I'm excited to add it to my daily regimen of, to get healthy.
I want to tell you how amazing her husband is, and I want to share a story with you. I used him as an example with Clayton because her name's Tiffany. So he sends her Tiffany gifts. So I said to Clayton, where are my gifts? So he's been sending me flowers. So the other day I was teasing him and I go, these are not Tiffany jewelry gifts.
But your name is Christina, so I send her crosses too.
No, he has not sent me crosses, but he needs to. But anyway, yeah, he just did that.
I know.
But anyway, so hopefully you'll get to meet Klein at a future date as well as the rest of the team. But I did want to introduce some of the people that are in the office because I think people don't understand how quickly we've expanded. We're all over in different countries. These guys ran everything. I took, like I said, a year off to work on formulas and research and science and finish Cornell and finish Harvard. And so these guys are the pioneers behind everything that have really gotten it to where it is, along with the other people that I've talked about a lot on this call.
Thank you.
I'm going to step out. Thanks. It was nice to meet you guys, and let's get the party
Let's get this
started.
going.
So before we hit on the slide, next slides to go over the specials that are going on right now. Should we pull a couple testimonials on? Because we had some people
Sure.
test some stuff.
Let's do
So
it.
should we have Nicole and Peter and Kathy Jo come hang out for a second? So this is what we're all about, is sharing, right? Because if you got the goodies, they create experiences, and with experiences, well, you create passion. Come on,
Oh my
come hang
I'm
out.
gonna step out for a little while so he can talk to everyone.
Okay, so we're having couch time. Thank you, my love. So, well, you guys can both come sit down. So yesterday, I got to do a little Facebook Live and talk about experiences. So now you guys are on a full day one. You've been on Clean Slate, you've been on Zero End for a bit, but you got to try Restore.
Yes.
Thoughts? Are you still uplifted?
Yeah.
Well, absolutely. So to say about Clean Slate has brought some things out of my face, and they have been there since February due to liver issues. But yesterday I tried Restore, and last night I put it on my face, and this morning I had, remember the red bumps
Yeah.
that were there yesterday? Went down drastically, didn't they?
Yep.
And
Your
this
skin looks smooth, too.
And this morning I woke up and these little red bumps right in through here went down tremendously. So total gift, total amazement. And I licked my fingers when I was done.
First impressions from yesterday, because we got to chat a little bit about how did you feel? You got the taste, which was amazing, everyone.
Yes.
But talk a little bit for the first 5-10 minutes and how you felt later in the evening, because we didn't get to chat after that.
The first 5-10 minutes, once I hit the back of the tongue, like the taste was just like a wow. And a little bit afterwards, it got into the gut, you felt the spice, and it was just like it was a great effect. And then a little bit later on, I was like balanced out. And
Good
it's
night.
a it was a great feeling.
Your
Yes.
metabolism got up a bit.
Yes, and so I
You're
started
sweating like
I
crazy.
started to sweat. My armpits smelled a little bit, and so Clayton says, "That's your metabolism going up." So I said, "Yes, I guess so."
So Kathy Jo,
Yes.
you've had an interesting journey. You've been around the
Right.
wellness space for a long time.
Yes.
You've been on Clean Slate, Zero In for a bit. Your hair looks amazing this morning. You got some curls in it.
Yeah,
Which
just
is
went all
falling out?
natural. I decided, you know what, I'm going orange, so I've got this all on my face, didn't do any makeup. Gonna start a new thing now. We gotta go orange. Get restored inside and out. What
So-
happens inside happens outside anyway, but I'm giving it a boost.
I like it. So your experience yesterday and this morning has been what?
Okay, yesterday, I was just like so uplifted. I'm not a person that's ever experienced any like drugs or anything like that, so I really didn't know what to expect. But I tell you what, guys, I felt so uplifted and everything seemed like so much brighter and clearer and joyful and just calm. I mean, a lot of the same effects with the Zero In, yet it felt like on steroids. And so this morning I did what you said. Do the clean slate first of all.
Yep.
Then I did my Zero In. I did the Zero In under the tongue.
Mhm.
Okay,
Oh,
put it up. Yeah, I wanted to do it right. Okay. So then I waited 10 minutes and I did the full restore. I didn't do the full restore yesterday, if you don't.
oh, you only did
remember.
half?
No. And so maybe 3/4. And so then I did that. And then I put the leftovers on my face. And I thought, I'm just going to go orange today and see what it does. And it feels really good. It feels like a mask. It's a little tight, but it's very comfortable. And I don't like my skin to feel super tight. So I'm just wearing it all day long and see what it does. And I'm really excited. It's like the three together are going to create such synergism, guys. You just wait till you get this in your little hands. You're going to be so stoked.
Trinity is here.
Yeah.
I agree with her. Last night when I got my shower and stuff, I ripped open the rest of that packet, and I was just like, trying to get- 'cause I didn't want to open up another
miss a
one.
drop.
So today I opened up one, and I sucked some out of the packet, and then I just took gobs, and I just.
It's on your fingers. Look, it's
That's so great.
a little bit.
But it does. It feels, like it is like a mask, and it's not tight, but it is like a nice little great foundation for me. At least it is.
And you guys used some on the back of your hands yesterday.
Yeah.
How do your hands
Yeah,
feel?
They feel like a baby.
They feel
behind.
they're
Just soft.
a little bit better.
I've learned a little bit about skincare over the years, and I guess the back of your hands, especially for the women, is something that's really important because you want to have soft hands, and if you're shaking hands with people or if people want to see what your hands look like. So now you can make them orange for a little bit and they get soft and supple.
I'm excited to try on the back of my hands, Clayton, because they were really a mess. So now
They look a lot better.
They're
today.
looking better. Oh,
They're
yeah.
looking better. I mean, they were a complete mess.
Yep.
Because of toxicity coming out of my system.
And your hands are something that you use a lot, so a lot of work there.
Well,
So
my
you're going to
hands-
see the expression
Well,
there.
my hands are my tools. This is what I work with. So, these are very important to me. So,
Yep.
but I'm excited to use them even more.
Awesome. I'm going to kick you guys out of here so we get this going. Proof.
Exit stage left.
And the cool thing is with Restore, we can say the proof is in the pudding.
Thank you,
Because-
Clayton.
Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Kathy Jo.
You're welcome.
All right, so we've got a couple of things to go over here before we wrap this thing up. Braden's going to throw up a couple more slides here. How is that for an introduction? And the video is live on YouTube right now. And it will be interpreted into, I think there's five different languages on YouTube as well. For the rest of our global contingency, because not everybody wants something in English. The special. So it's so amazing to talk about Restore and how exceptional it is. But what we really have to go over is how you get it. So, oh, hello, beautiful. We're going to talk about your
Ted Baker texted me that I needed to be back on here.
it's a very important thing. If we want people to be happy, they don't want to see me on screen.
Not in a bad way, just to
Well,
tell people about Restore, because this is a
Let's talk
major
about it.
deal. Again, waiting for a product like this, that can help everyone on a daily basis. Like I said, we went back and forth on how to launch it because of all the things it does for metabolism and how it supports the body. And really, it's just supporting the body to be the beautiful, natural thing that it is. And that's what you want. You don't want synthetic things. Like people ask me all the time, what's the difference in nutraceuticals and pharmaceuticals? Well, you want something in your body that's natural, that really brings it back, and God made things that are natural that can really solve things. And that's what's so beautiful about Restore.
And you put in some serious work, and you took your biotech history, your pharma history, and your nutraceutical history to really create something over 5 years, right?
Well, I worked on this formula. Like I said, it's probably been 10 years ago, but being able to really change it and bring it back is incredible. You know, it's an incredible opportunity. And even though, like I said, most of my background for over 15 years was pharmaceutical and biotech, this is an extremely incredibly important thing to do in the nutraceutical space for me. You know, there's a lot of people fighting in this space. There's a lot of people going after other companies because it's so important what nutraceuticals you're on. And if you ever don't realize that, all you have to do is look at what happens in this space because you have so many companies fighting each other. I want a land of peace, a product of peace that's able to really help people, but it really is able to change lives. And so that's why this is such an important thing to be able to launch for you guys at the right price and at a ability that you guys can afford it for your entire families.
So the price is important, right? And can you throw that back up?
Mhm.
So we have a special for the weekend. It's the launch of Restore. And on your website right now, or on the Root website, you can order Restore. And it's got a special introductory price of $59 a box. And there's also the Trinity pack. You can get your Clean Slate, Restore, and Zero in together in a package. This special pricing is available through today and through Sunday. On Monday, the new adjusted price is going to be posted, which is, wait for it, higher than what it is now, but still priced extremely competitively for the value that you're going to get. And when the amazing Dr. Ram was creating this, you wanted to make sure that you had the best ingredients in the highest quantities and the highest quality possible. Can you do that inexpensively?
No, no. That's why every other company I've worked for in the past, you know, scientists like me are kind of like the singer or songwriter in music, and they change things to make it more sellable or cheaper. And this is the first time I've been able to work on a product that they didn't do that with because it was very expensive and it took a long time, but it's worth it. And so I'm extremely thankful to Root and to Clayton. He's the owner and founder, and I'm very thankful that he's given me this opportunity to help bring this to you guys.
So quality usually costs more, but you can always find value, right? And that's the key, is finding the highest quality possible at the most reasonable price, because that's where you find value.
Yes, and the way this was made is there's 15 packets per box, and you don't really, I usually will take half of a packet, and then I use it on my face or hands, and then I'll take the rest of it the next day. You are able to do that. So it's such a high concentration. You do not have to take the whole packet. And some people are taking it every other day. You're going to notice feeling different when you take it. I take it with food because I need to take it with food. Otherwise, I can really feel it. Even though the caffeine's not in there, because the concentration is so high, you will feel something when you take this product. And it is better, in my opinion, to start by taking it with food. Now, after you get used to it, you don't have to do that. And of course, anytime you take a product without food, it has the higher, you know, it reaches steady state and peak plasma concentration and is more effective quicker in the body. But I would recommend at first taking it with some food. And you don't have to take the whole packet unless you want to take the whole packet.
And if you take it without food, it's like a party in your mouth and a party on the way down, and it's fireworks when it hits your stomach. It's amazing. But can you do me a favor?
It's amazing on your face too. Just wait. If you use it on your face, you'll feel it. So
Oh.
just know that it will go away, but at first you'll feel the sting. So what now?
It's so good. Can you say steady state and peak plasma for me again? When she talks science, it's amazing, isn't it?
Okay,
Oh,
I
come on.
swear, this is not why we're here.
So just a couple housekeeping things. We're
gonna have
updating
this
and
meeting.
upgrading our customer service team. The science at the Root Brands website, if you have scientific questions, and there's many, many people that have different questions on science, you can send emails to science@therootbrands.com. And you're going to see much more communication coming from the back end. There's going to be more emails. If you're an ambassador with us, you'll see more communication. There's more tools coming. If you're a customer, there's going to be many good things that are coming to you to explain why you might like these more often, but also why you might share these with your friends. And if you're a free user, if you're here and you haven't ordered anything yet, we strongly encourage you to do so, because odds are good you're going to be like everyone else and you're going to love this stuff. So as we got that, and as our CEO has gone over, there are some upgrades and changes. So you're going to see the look of the website being upgraded. You're going to see new videos posted. There's a lot more content that's coming because there's a lot more science that's now going to be available for research and understanding,
That's right.
because education is quite important. We could argue that we will have the most educated people in the world when it comes to nutraceuticals and understanding what they're taking, but also what they're seeing in the market.
That's right.
I would learn from you every day. I love that. So I think
Oh, the book.
we'll do one more promo because it's been sitting in front of me the entire time. And it's one thing to have amazing products. It's another thing to have an amazing means of sharing and being rewarded just for sharing health and happiness. Because if you can get results like this little guy does, and you can improve your focus, your mental clarity, and honestly, just your level of happiness, because we found the cure for unhappiness, which is not a medical condition. So we can cure that one. It's great.
Okay, we're not claiming to cure all unhappiness.
We can't, not all unhappiness, because I cause some unhappiness every once in a while. She says, I need to correct it. And Zero In can't help that. But it's another thing to have a playbook, right? Because if you're an athlete, you need a playbook. You need to know what you're going to do. And well, in her free time, the first of 4 books is ready. So Cure the Causes.
Mhm.
Kind of the playbook for why you might walk down this process that includes some amazing products, a little bit on your story.
Yeah, it's about living the life you want, not the life you've been prescribed. Because everyone can tell you what you're supposed to do, or that you're sick, or you're going to die, or you have this disorder, but you're in charge of your body and your life. And that's what this book is about.
And guess where you'll be able to find it? The only place you'll be able to find it is in your Root back office. So you can share with your friends, much like this entire concept was built upon. Because many, many years ago, when I was back home in a place called Washington, there was a company that started with this really simple concept of just selling books online. And people started to share that concept so they could create a free account and they could buy books differently, sometimes less expensive, but not have to go to Barnes and Noble. And that sharing of that concept led to a company that's, well, now selling a little bit of everything, that is one of the largest companies on the planet. And it was that philosophy of Amazon that was one of the key factors in creating the philosophy of Root. But being able to take that mantra, but then instead of taking the sharing aspects that really built the consumer base of Amazon, we put the value proposition back towards the people that created it, which is the community, right? So through sharing, if you find something that you like, you find something that benefits you, find something that you know benefits others, you're going to tell your friends about it. We already do it. We do it through social media. We do it when we're sitting down with friends and family. And well, now you can share the gift of health, happiness, amazing education, knowledge, and everyone can have a little piece of Dr. Rom on their coffee table. So the book is going to be available on April 21st, which is a Wednesday, and we'll let the fun begin. Do you have anything else you want to share?
How much is it? I don't know.
I don't know. It's
Yes, I
going
want
to
to
be
share Mimi.
it's
Mimi,
going to
come
be $1
here.
million.
Come here. Yes. Before she leaves, I have to introduce you to one of my best friends, Mimi.
Who has experiences with Restore as well.
And she is an amazing husband that's been helping us as well. This is Mimi Pullman.
Hi.
She has 3 boys. There's a theme here. What are all these boys? Tiffany Preston has 3 boys. Mimi has 3 boys. I have 3 boys and a girl. Thankfully, Braden is going to add to the girl side and have a daughter. Yay. Ted Baker has a son and a daughter. So we are a group of corporate people with families, with amazing friends. And without those friends,
Well, I want to say I put Restore on my face last night and I slept in it and woke up this morning and washed it off and didn't even have to put any makeup on my face at all because I was glowing and it left a little bit of a tint to it. So it was like almost a makeup and it was amazing. I know it's off label to do that, but it was awesome. So I encourage anybody to try that if they like skincare like I do.
it is off label. And that's something people don't know. Mimi and I actually will make products and she does it all the time in her bathroom. And we were at basketball games this morning with one of our other really close friends, Crystal Archie, and we were talking about Mimi's face. So Crystal's going to try it tonight, but it looked great when she walked in. Clayton's looks a little bit like Oompa Loompa from the, what was it, the candy factory? Willy Wonka, because it's kind of orange.
Did you wash it off?
No, it's been on. What are we talking about? It's Trumpian.
It's on his face.
It's orange.
I want to be like Orange Man. It's Trump.
I mean, it's orange. You know, this is something I got in trouble. I've never told this story to anyone.
Oh,
I got in trouble in 3rd grade. Miss Settles was my teacher in Dexter, Missouri. And we put these orange dandelions all over our face that looked like that. Have you guys ever done
I've
that?
done that.
And then we ate them and we got in trouble because she had told us not to because we went home like that and it wouldn't come off. So now people are going to be doing this to their skin, but it is off label. It's not why I made it. But you guys got to use whatever you can to support your lives and to make you look better and feel better. Because that's important too, I think, to look the best you can look as well.
Absolutely.
Feeling the best.
All right. Love your products. Love you guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks, Mimi.
I asked her to come by because at the basketball game, she was sitting there and I saw her face. It looked great as you can see, she doesn't even have makeup on. So, and I actually have done that too for a couple of days. I just put it on the next morning. I rinsed it off and then came into work. But enough about me. I keep talking about the face instead of why it was made. But thanks so much for today. And I think that's about it.
It's been pretty good. But one thing we'll do, you get 3 more people.
Oh, you get to draw. That's right.
We
the
got,
book.
but you know the fun part, the one thing that Christina doesn't talk about is she has orthorexia. So the pronunciation of words at times is always entertaining.
Yeah, it's true.
So we have one of our favorite words, and we are like a pack,
That's our advisory board.
right? But all of us in the community,
Yes.
we're like a pack of large wild dogs. And what do we call those large wild dogs?
I swear. It's Woof Pack, but he makes fun of the way I say woof, which I don't know what's so funny about that. I don't.
Who doesn't love woofs? You're right.
Woof.
It's amazing.
Yeah, and those of you that have known me before do know that I have a speech impediment where I have a very hard time saying words. I have to practice them. And I personally like the way I say it.
I love it. So, there's a name that you know, so I'll let you.
So I will announce Tunda. Tunda, I always forget how to say your name.
Is it
Sunkus?
Sonkus?
Sonkus?
Tunda wins.
Woo!
Winning. Tunda gets Restore.
Awesome. I'm so excited. I thought, did she get Restored the book or both?
Oh, which one?
What are you giving away? I just don't know.
It's your call. What do you want to do? This is your house.
She can have both.
Just throw the book into all of them.
That's right.
Everybody gets a book too.
Everyone at one.
Lubanor gets
No,
a book.
everybody that won,
Anna
not
gets a book.
everybody.
Mustos gets a book. Tunda gets a book. Who else gets a book and Restore?
Marco Campa. gets a
Marco
book.
gets Restored and a book. And who's the last one?
Fiona Martin gets a book and Restore.
Fiona. How
All
you
right.
like that? So we can end the day on giveaways. And you know who appreciates that? Preston, because he's quite good at freestyling and he wanted to hear the flow. So thank you, everyone. We're so excited to have introduced, I can't pronunciate words now. Welcome to the new world of restoration. The Trinity is here. 2-day special.
There's only one Trinity, but this is, he's saying Trinity of products, just to clarify for Clayton. I think I have to interpret what he's saying.
Oh, my greatness interpreter,
That's right.
interpolator.
Ted usually does it. I'll do it today.
So, he's my vision interpreter. So this is like the greatest time I've had because now, after 6 years, we finally get to play together.
Some people may not like that.
Oh, and if you don't like it, too bad. The fun begins. So happy Saturday, everyone. Thanks for coming. You got a day and a half or 2 days to get your discounted price on Restore with your goodies. And then Monday it goes. Right now it's in Texas. It's being distributed all over the world. So it might take a couple days just to get everything shipped, but get your goodies. And let's get some products in people's hands, turn some people orange.
Send us testimonials.
And
testimonials.
oh, but wait, there's something that is being introduced to track testimonials and track experiences.
Oh, the International Science Nutrition Society panel is going to be tracking that as soon as Braden, as soon as we get everything organized and there's a team of doctors that will be announced on the next call that you guys will be able to lean on through all of this. My goal is to bring doctors and scientists to the forefront so that you guys really have a team of experts to lean on and to ask questions and that they can help you throughout this journey.
So thanks for coming. Thanks for being here. I'm getting cut off there.
They're like, stop, Clayton, stop.
Quit
It's
it.
over. We're done.
Thanks for coming. We love you guys.
Bye, you guys.